glad you're here today. We are 6 feet apart, and we are looking forward to sharing with you a practice on interconnectedness. Come to a cross-legged position on your yoga mat, sit as tall as you can, and gently close your eyes. Just allow your breath to be as normal as possible without changing anything. We're going to meditate on the conception of being connected to one another throughout the planet. We have chosen 3 different tribes, belief systems, and practices as a symbol of interconnectedness. The Lakota tribe, the Quran, and a passage in Buddhism, and a core tenet of Buddhism. So let's take 3 big breaths here for those 3 traditions. Nice big inhale, and exhale. 2 more. And in the Lakota tribe, there's a phrase that means all are related. Mitakuye, oyasin. All are related. And at the end of the Quran, there's an Islamic prayer that speaks about sharing small kindnesses with everyone around us because we are all connected. It's called the Almaoon. And in Buddhism, interconnectedness is considered to be a huge tenet of their philosophy. And they believe that interconnectedness is our true nature. So today's yoga class, and this practice will focus on the thought that we are all connected and how we can show kindness to ourselves first and then to others. Take a nice big inhale and exhale, let everything go. And we'll meet now in child's pose. Allow your forehead to be completely connected to the earth, again as a symbol of connectedness. Gently rock your head from side to side. And then dragging your fingers across the mat, come up into seated on your knees. Take a big inhale here, send the arms up and overhead. Look up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Drop the head back, open the mouth, release the jaw. Then the elbows right here, opening up to the chest, bringing the head back parallel towards the earth. Taking one more breath here, big inhale. Big exhale, twist over towards the right side. Drop the left hand down to the outside of the right knee. Take the right hand behind you. Take a nice big inhale here. And exhale, gaze over that right shoulder any amount. One more inhale and exhale. And then sweep those arms up overhead again, all the way towards the sky. Bring the shoulders up as high as you can and then drop them back down. Your back settling into a natural position. And then twisting over towards the left, drop that right hand down. Take that left hand behind you. Big inhale. And look over that left shoulder, big exhale. Take an inhale, come right back through center. And exhale, make your way to tabletop position. Bringing those knees in so they're right underneath your shoulders and your palms down. Gently take your hips from side to side right here. And then find stillness in center. Take a big inhale, press the tops of the feet in the mat, round the spine, coming into cat pose. Then exhale, tuck the toes right here, cow. Do 2 more at your own breath and pace, cat and cow. And then coming to that neutral spine, we're going to tuck the toes, lift the hips off the mat, lift the knees off the mat, lift the hips towards the sky, lengthen the hamstrings towards the back of your space, drop the head between the hands, downward facing dog. Start to pedal out the feet here. Maybe it's your first downward dog of the day, week, maybe.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, entire quarantine. And then find stillness, sending the heels towards the ground. They do not have to touch. Maybe they do. Take 3 complete breaths here. Gaze forward between your hands. Press up high onto the toes, bend the knees a lot, sending the tailbone back to meet the heels. Take a big inhale here, drop the head. With an exhale, send those knees down towards the mat, keeping those toes tucked. Slide those hands back across the mat right here. Keeping the toes tucked, stretching all the way through the feet. Take 3 breaths here at your own breath and pace, sending the arms overhead. Palms together, exhale. And then taking 2 more breaths on your own. Walk the hands out again into tabletop. Gently release those toes. Give them a little tap on your mat to release any tension you got there. And then send the knees out nice and wide. We're going to sit back briefly into a hero pose. If you have a block at home, you're welcome to go there. Sit right down in between. Take an inhale here, send the arms overhead. Take an exhale, bring those palms together. Right to heart center. Nice big inhale here. And exhale. Connecting the thumbs right into the space in between your rib cage. Thinking again about the concept that we are all connected. And then releasing the palms, walking everything forward again one more time. Tucking the toes, taking it to downward facing dog. Gaze forward, lift high on those toes again, bend the knees, and then step the feet to meet the hands. Take an inhale, lift up halfway. Take an exhale, release down towards the mat. Release the head and neck, let it go. Gently shake it side to side. And then grab opposite elbows here, releasing the head down, getting even heavier. And as you do, send the hamstring and the tailbone towards the sky. Scoop out the belly so you really lengthen through the back of the hamstrings. Release the palms towards the mat, bend the knees a lot. As you're coming into a low chair pose, reach those arms out in front of you. Take a big inhale. Bring the hands to heart center right here, and then twist over to the right any amount. Keep those knees glued together as much as possible. Come back to center. Exhale, take it left. back to center, and then stretch all the way up. Big standing pose. Release the palms. And exhale, fold forward. Drop the head. Take a nice inhale here. And exhale. Lift up that right leg where you're at right now. Support yourself with your fingertips still on the mat right here. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, start to gently bring the palms off the mat, bring the hands to heart center, engage through the core, flex the toes of that right foot. Standing warrior, hands in prayer. And then bend the left leg slightly, place that right foot down, coming into a high lunge. Take a moment and settle in, getting that knee right over that ankle. Then take an inhale, some arms overhead here. Exhale, bring those hands to heart center. We're going to twist over towards the left right here, keeping those hands together. Inhale back through center. Head to the right. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, take that right hand, slide it across the bent leg, and take the left hand towards the sky. Opening up wide through the heart here. The hand could come all the way to the ground, or you could even come up a little higher and rest on the knee, wherever you are today. Maybe take that gaze up higher. If you wibble wobble, it's perfectly fine. 3 more breaths. And then take your gaze, place it towards the ground, and step everything forward into a forward fold. Reach for opposite elbows here. Sway from side to side. And then release the fingertips down right here towards the ground. Lift up that left leg. Take it right behind you. Flex the toes towards the nose. Once you feel nice and sturdy in this standing pose, bring those hands to heart center. Engage through the core. Then bend that right standing leg. Gently place the left leg down, or maybe, you fall down. It's okay. Take an inhale, send the arms overhead. Exhale, bring those palms right to heart center. And then we'll start out by twisting to the right. Exhale to center. Left. Exhale, center. Take that left hand, slide it down to the outside of that bent knee. Take the right hand up towards the sky. Take 3 more breaths. Gaze towards the mat. Plant those palms down. And this time we're going to step back into plank pose. Take a moment, adjust in your plank, taking those shoulders right over the wrists. Press the heels back, slightly tuck the belly up. Take 3 breaths here. Then shift everything forward on the toes. Bend the elbows right to 90 degrees, lower to chaturanga, and then rotate up into upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing. Take a moment, shake, rattle, roll out anything you need to right here. And then find your stillness for 3 breaths. On your next inhale, lift that right leg up. Hopefully you get your 3 breaths in. Bend that right knee, stack the hip. Try to keep your chest and arms as square to the mat as possible. Rotate through that ankle. And then make sure you go the opposite direction. On your next inhale, bring that right knee in high towards the chest. And then place the right foot down in between the hands. Turn out the left foot and take the right hand to the inside of that foot, opening up into triangle pose. In triangle pose, you want to make sure that your chest area is open as much as possible and you're not collapsing trying to touch the ground, but you're being extremely expansive here. Take up all your space. Your gaze can be towards the sky or towards the ground if your balance is a little wonky. 2 more breaths. And then slowly allow that left hand to pull you up. We're going to reverse our triangle here. Drop the left hand down, take the right hand up. Take one more inhale and exhale. And then gently take the left hand, pinwheel it forward, and we're going to twist across our body, coming into a revolved triangle pose. The left hand will go to the outside of that right foot or the outside of that shin, wherever you can reach, or a block if you thought to bring one. Take that right hand up towards the sky. And in this, you want to keep your inner thighs coming towards each other, like you're squeezing something in between them. And then opening your chest the opposite direction. These twists are so good for our low backs. Maybe you've been sitting at a computer desk more than often. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, drop that right hand down. Take that left hand across and come with both feet facing the front side of your mat. Take an inhale, come up onto the fingertips. Take an exhale, start to fold forward, fold right here. Walk those hands back so they're in line with the toes. And maybe release the crown of the head towards the ground. If this becomes a lot to you, you can place your hands on your hips and come up with a flat back. And at the same time, you want to think about pressing the outer edges of your feet out and lifting up the arches of your feet while engaging through your quadriceps. It's a lot to remember. Let that head go. And then start to walk those fingertips back out. And we'll turn into our triangle on the left side. So left toes turn out. Right toes might need to walk in. Left hand comes down. Remember, towards the floor, the ground, the ankle. And open that right hand up right here. Be expansive. Own your space. It's how we all remain connected, is that you have to play a part. Take one more complete cycle of breath. And on your exhale, allow your right hand to pull you up and drop you down, coming into a reverse triangle, left hand towards the sky. After a complete cycle of breath, take that right hand, bring it all the way forward. We'll come into a revolved triangle here. The right hand's going to come to the outside of that left foot, or ankle, or shin. Left hand's going to come towards the sky. Inner thighs are going to come towards each other, opening the chest in the opposite direction as much as possible. This is a very weeble wobbly position. Hang on to it. 2 more breaths. And then exhale, release, walk everything back to the middle here. Shake out what you need to. And we're going to take our palms and interlace them behind us, pressing our knuckles towards the sky. Inhale, about halfway, lift the chest. And then exhale, release everything back down. Crown of the head towards the mat. Outer edges of the feet press out. Quadriceps are engaged. One more inhale and exhale. And then gently start to pull yourself up to standing. And step forward to the front of your mat, bending your right knee and meeting your left. And right foot together. Take an inhale, come up here. Reach all the way up to the sky. And then on an exhale, drop that left hand down. Take the right hand across your body. Coming to a nice side stretch right here. Really allow the right side to support you as you reach as far as you can. And then inhale, come right back up to center. Drop that right hand down, take the left hand across. Inhale back up to center. And then exhale, come down to your forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, walk out those hands, plant them, take your vinyasa, your version. You can go straight to chaturanga, you can go to your knees, you can go straight to down dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. And when you get in downward facing dog, take 3 breaths here. And then gaze forward to the front of the mat, lift high up on the toes, bend the knees, step, hop, or float, hands to feet. Take an inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Take an exhale, let it go. Take an inhale, come all the way up, palms overhead. And exhale, bring those palms together. Find the center of your mat to stand in. We're going to practice right now a mudra. The mudras are forces of the hand. This is one that brings connectedness. Funny, I know. You're going to interlace all your fingers together, and then yes, you're going to lift your middle fingers right here. I know. So maybe you've been needing to spread some sassiness. This is your opportunity. And this mudra is called the Matangi mudra. And it's a form of the goddess Parvati. And is said to bring inner harmony and connectedness. We're going to use this mudra coming into eagle pose. So, standing on the left side, we're going to kind of shift our weight to the left leg and then start to squat on the left leg. Picking up the right leg here, take the mudra right into the center of your chest. Take the right leg across and eagle. You can kickstand your foot right here. It's a perfectly fine place to be. Or take that right foot and wrap it around the left calf muscle, sinking even lower. Holding this position, this mudra. Think about the interconnectedness that we all have. Every part of nature, every part of humanity. Take an inhale here. Take an exhale, start to stand back up. Take that right leg with you right here. We're going to gently take that right knee out towards the side and press that right foot in towards the left inner thigh. If you need to release that mudra at any point as you make your way in a tree, just join us back where you come. Then send your hands towards the sky here, focusing on that one singular point. Bring the right knee forward right here, and then extend it back into the fullest expression of Warrior 3. Like you're making a giant T with your body. Hold it for 3. Just 2. And 1. Bring that right leg down, release the palms, open up wide, and exhale, forward fold. When you get in that forward fold, bend those knees, shake out those hips. Then pick up that right foot, step it behind you into pyramid pose. Your heels come into a nice line here. You're only about 1.5 feet apart. Take an inhale, spread your arms nice and wide, open through the chest. And then exhale, bring your palms down or reach around for opposite elbows as you drop your head towards your knee. Your palms can be on the earth, or you can even come into reverse prayer, palms together, sliding up the center of your spine. Two more breaths. And then release the palms down. Step the right foot to meet the left. Take an inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bring those hands to heart center. And then we're going to try all that on the other side. So, interlacing your fingers. This time, interlace them a weird way. So whatever finger's on top right now, I want you to switch. And it's going to feel really weird. Yeah. But it works both sides of your body. And then lift those middle fingers. I know, it's hilarious. Start to bend that right leg. Lift up the left. And make your way to eagle, your version. Then lock those hands right into heart center. And find your point of focus. Two more breaths. And then inhale, start to rise up, bring that leg with you. And make your way into tree pose. You've got this, concentration, you've got it. Then send those hands overhead. Bring that left leg out and start to tilt. Tree, coming to warrior 3, like the letter T. That's where I was headed. Three more breaths. Be as long as you can. Two more breaths. Last one, inhale up. Great job. Exhale, let it go. Forward fold. Take a moment here, bend those knees. Shake everything out. That mudra again, Matangi mudra, is supposed to work on the solar plexus and helps bring peace within your environment as well as within yourself. Beautiful job on all those balances. Take an inhale, lift up halfway here, flat back. And then an exhale, fold right here, reaching the hands around the back of the calf muscles or towards the heels and dropping the head, again lengthening through the hamstrings here. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant those hands onto your mat, step back into plank. Find your vinyasa or meet us in downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. And then bend the knees nice and wide. Come into your child's pose just like we started. So walking everything back right here, sitting nice and low. And then slide those hands out in front of you, dropping the head towards the ground. This time, bend the elbows here. Bring the palms together to make a triangular shape. And then slide the right hand out. Take the left hand, reach it towards the sky, opening up the chest. And then sliding it through, coming into a thread the needle. Dropping down into that left tricep, left side of the face. Pressing that right palm, unwind. Sending the left palm across the body, opening up with the right. And sliding it through, dropping onto the right tricep and the right toe of the foot. Then press that left palm down, coming through completely. We're going to slide forward, coming to Sphinx pose right here. Taking a moment to make sure the shoulder and the elbow are in a nice line. Slightly finding a tuck in the pelvis here. Taking a big inhale and a big exhale. From Sphinx pose, if you need a little bit more, you can take your hands out to the side. Start to walk up to your palms right here. Still maintaining that little tuck in your pelvis. You should have no pressure in your low back here. Take 3 more breaths. And then bend the elbows, start to lower back down. Come all the way down onto the mat. Gently shake the hips from side to side. Releasing any tension that built up there. And then press into the palms, lift the chest, and come into downward facing dog. Allowing some reset to happen here, pedaling out the feet if necessary. And then finding stillness. Gazing forward, step or hop to seated. And then we're going to place our feet down on the mat, sitting nice and tall for a moment, and then taking the palms out in front of you. Lift up the right leg and left leg coming into boat pose. You can always support yourself here if you need to, placing your hands down or hold right here. Take an inhale, get nice and tall with the arms. We're going to drop the knees over the right, the hands over the left. Extend the legs out. Bring the knees back in, come back to center. Take it to the other side, drop the arms to the right. Extend out through the legs. Knees back to center. Arms lift up right here. Come back into bow pose. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Set the feet down, sit as tall as you can, and then drape your arms through your legs, rounding through your spine, giving yourself to just really get nice and rounded here. And then inhale, roll everything back up. Making your way into bow pose. Last time, I promise. And then drop your knees to the right. You're kind of coming on that right hip there, extending out through the legs, or right glute rather. Inhale through center. Exhale, drop it to the other side. Inhale, center. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Set those feet down, release, round again. Nice job. And then bring the soles of the feet together right here. Coming into butterfly pose. Sit as tall as you can on the mat. Holding onto the feet with your hands. And then exhale, bend the elbows, bring the chest forward. Again, thinking about putting the belly, the ribs, and then the head towards the earth. After your next exhale, start to roll everything back up. Keep that left foot in right here. Extend that right leg out in front of you. Sitting nice and tall here. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, walk those hands all the way forward, keeping the right foot flexed, thinking about laying the belly down, then the ribs, and then the chest. Sliding those hands across the mat, come right back up to seated. And then bring that left leg to meet that right. Give it a nice little shake. And then bring the right leg in, pressing it to the inner thigh, sitting tall again. And then exhale, dropping the chest back down over the left leg. After your next exhale, rise back up. Release both legs out, give them another shake. And then finding the sit bones, we're going to sit tall, sending the arms overhead, flexing the toes, and then sending everything forward, reaching for the toes, ankles, or calf muscles. And then again, thinking about laying down the belly, the ribs, and then the chest. Taking a moment to really breathe here nice and deep. Checking back in with your thoughts on interconnectivity, being connected to the person around you, or even the person across the globe. Right now is a great time to consider the effects of what your life has on you, on others. Because currently we are literally all in this together. And yet we're apart physically. Take an inhale, start to rise up. And as you do, take that left hand across your right outside of the foot. We're going to bring that foot with us, that leg lifted off the ground. You may have to reach lower. It's perfectly fine. And then take the right hand out, stretching open through the chest. Really getting into those IT bands. Gazing over that right shoulder, that right palm opens. And then exhale, set that right leg down. Take the right hand across to the outside of the left. And we'll do that same action. That left leg comes across the midline of your body. The left hand opens up. Left palm opens up. And then exhale, lay that left leg down. Take the right leg and right hand down, and we're going to shift our seat towards our feet right here. Reaching out nice and long, and then start to roll all the way down toward your back. Bringing both knees in towards your chest, give them a nice hug. Gently rock from side to side. And then we're going to drop our knees over towards the right side, coming all the way to the ground. Take your left hand and arm and open it up completely towards the left. Keep your chest squared towards the sky. And then gently gaze or close your eyes and turn your head towards the left. On your next inhale, bring your knees back to center. Give them another hug, and this time take the soles of the feet towards the sky. Reach for the outside edge of the feet. You got it. Happy baby. Rock from side to side. And then bringing those legs back together here. We'll drop them to the left, and our right arm extends. Chest is squared towards the sky. And then take your gaze over towards the right or gently close your eyes. Inhale, bring those knees back to center right here. Gently rock from side to side, giving yourself a nice little hug. Place your left foot down on the mat. Keep that right knee in towards your chest. And then we'll take the right ankle across the knee. Opening up the right hip here. And then lifting the left leg off the mat. Sending the hands through, interlaced behind the left thigh. Take an inhale here. And an exhale, maybe gently pull here to get into that hip. The elbow can slightly press into that right thigh. And then exhale, place that left foot down, right foot down. Take your feet nice and wide and windshield wiper those knees side to side. And we'll do the other side. Right foot comes down, left foot crosses. Bringing that knee up into the chest. And then place the right foot down, the left foot down, windshield wiper the legs one more time. With a few moments left before we're going to do a breathing exercise, I want you to scan the body from head to toe and see if there's any other pose that you need that I missed. There are a lot that I missed, so there's probably something that you need. Maybe a plow or shoulder stand or bridge, and take some time to honor that. Now we're going to practice a deep breathing exercise, and you can stay laying down or you can come to a seated position, whatever is better for you. You could also bring your friend along. As breath is life, and life is connected to itself, as we've been thinking about and talking about in this practice, we're going to practice some long, deep breaths. And then head straight into our Shavasana. So wherever you are, seated or laying down, close your eyes. Sitting as tall as you can. And empty out all the breath, exhaling it out completely. And then on your inhale, we're going to inhale for as many counts as you can. So as you inhale, I want you to count to yourself. When you get to your maximum effort, I want you to hold it for 3, and then I want you to try to exhale the same amount. So I'll do an example with you. I'm going to inhale for 5, hold for 3, and exhale for 5. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You continue this at your own pace and breath, taking long breaths, pausing at the top and at the bottom. Let your next inhale and exhale be your last. And then gently make your way onto your back for Shavasana. Filling up the entirety of your mat. Tucking your shoulders down your spine. Take one last inhale. And exhale to release. Enjoy your Shavasana. Allow yourself to slowly come back. Start with small movements as if you're waking up. Moving fingers, toes, and then moving that into wrists and ankles. Bring the legs together. Stretch the arms overhead. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, make your way over onto either side, curling into a little ball. Pausing here to fill up with gratitude that we are all connected. that we are all sharing the same mantra right now. And how your place in the interconnectedness is very essential. Press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Take one last inhale, arms overhead. Bringing the palms together right through the third eye chakra, your center of intuition, and into your heart center, connecting mind to heart. Thank you so much for being here today. Namaste.